Hey everyone, Chris G here, and today I want to talk about the AmmoFit S by Ammo Labs, aptly named. Now, I did a review a couple months ago on the Pulsetto, which is basically like a TVNS, a vagus nerve stimulator, basically a TENS unit for your vagus nerve. The idea being that it's supposed to stimulate your vagus nerve in such a fashion that it's supposed to relax you and make you feel better, get rid of chronic pain, help you with sleep, remove anxiety, depression, you get the idea. AmmoFit promises to do something very similar. In fact, there's plenty of products on the market today that offer such things, such as the Pebble, the Sensate, the Pulsetto, there's the AmmoFit. There is just a slew of what honestly is probably seeming like snake oil products designed to try to take your money and offer you very little relief. On my Pulsetto video, I did have a couple of people that disagreed with my opinion on it. Suffice to say that I didn't think that the Pulsetto was worth the money or that it did much of anything at all. We are going to be doing a follow-up video to that Pulsetto video as well. We did have somebody that had pretty, like I would say moderate to severe PTSD test it for about 3 weeks, and they saw no improvement. We did something similar with the AmmoFit, and then of course I was using it myself and also saw no improvement. Now, let's go ahead and dive quickly into what the AmmoFit is compared to, like, let's say what the Pulsetto is. The AmmoFit is a neuromodulator according to their website, but I think ultimately what it does is, unlike a TENS unit, which does little electric pulses and you can feel it working, this just sends little electromagnetic stimulation things to your vagus nerve, and really actually your whole body, and in turn, according to their research supposedly, and I believe their lab is based in Korea if I'm not mistaken, but according to their research and their laboratory, that little electromagnetic pulse will basically help stimulate your vagus nerve and help you feel a little bit better. Now, I really love the idea of not having to use something like gel, oil, or some kind of liquid, whatever, in order to get this thing to work. For that matter, I also like that you can just wear it around your neck and operate it whenever you want, unlike the Pulsetto, which is a little bit clunky. It has to kind of just hang out on your neck, and you got to use a gel, and it's kind of messy. Get the idea. This is just a little less maintenance. All you have to do is charge it, hit the button, and you're good to go. And in fact, while we're on the subject of operating this thing, it is pretty simple. It just has one button on it, basically their little Pulsetto logo right there. You just sort of hit that, it turns green, and it means it's working. It has 2 modes. It has a calm mode and a focus mode. And I'm sorry, actually, pardon me, it has 2 buttons. It has a little hidden one right here. So it's green right now, indicating that it is in calm mode. But if you press, I believe it's right here, it will eventually turn blue. There we go, turns blue. That now has it in focus mode. And what that does is just basically changes the modulation on it to enhance your focus. You're only supposed to use focus mode for like an hour a day, or no more than an hour a day. You can use apparently calm mode, basically is, think more or less as often as you want, but they say like probably no more than 2 or 3 times. I'm still not convinced that it did anything. I don't find the focus mode enhanced my focus, and frankly, when I was having stressful moments and anxiety, I did not find that it made me any more relaxed, really, when it was in calm mode. Let's go ahead and change it back to calm mode here, although I guess actually really doesn't matter. But what I would say concerns me is the electromagnetic stuff. Now, I'm not one of these people that's like, oh my God, EMS, electromagnetic radiation, it's gonna kill us all. But it's kind of like, we are surrounded by radio signals and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all kinds of crap all day long. It's like, do you really need another thing that's kind of just zapping a little bit of stuff at you? They claim that it is such a minute amount that it really shouldn't matter, but here is a EMS measuring tool. I'm going to turn it on. Now, as you see, it's at 0 because it's just in air, it's not doing anything, but as soon as we put it near the AmmoFit, it has a little bit of a fit. And interestingly enough, it does modulate based on, of course, the AmmoFit going like in and out, in and out, in and out. So if you are somebody that is worried about electromagnetic radiation, I kept on saying EMS, I meant EMF, this is an EMF tester. Anyway, and also excuse the leaf blower in the background, maintenance guys doing their thing. Anyway, so if you're somebody that worries about that kind of thing, then the AmmoFit will definitely not be for you. Anecdotally, the best that I can say is that while I really like the concept of this device, it's just a tiny little puck, hangs around your neck. You can hide it. So like if you're somebody that gets embarrassed by this kind of thing, it's easy to just shove under your shirt. You know, kind of hide the neckband a little bit there, but you can hide it and you don't need any kind of anything to get it to operate, and you just charge it maybe once every few days. I think that's pretty awesome, but the point of these things is to make you feel better, and I just don't really know if they do that. And I used it consistently for probably about 2 months straight, if I had to guess. They say that it takes about 30 days to really sort of kick in and start working. I gave it well beyond that, and I just, again, kind of meh on the results. And I was hopeful about it. So like, honestly, I kind of think that even though like I was hopeful about it, I think any semblance of relief that I felt was maybe even placebo, possibly. So I'm not sure. That unfortunately is the best evidence that I can offer you, is basically anecdotally that I think you should save your money. Much like the Pulsetto, it's $250. That's a lot of money for people to spend to basically take a gamble on their mental health. And it is, by the way, it is nice. They do come with 2 different options as far as color is concerned too. I think you got this white one and then you've got a gray one. But anyway, point is that it's a lot of money to invest on something or in something that may or may not work, and honestly probably won't. Because myself testing it thoroughly, and then the person that had PTSD, they really saw no difference. So the question is, what does work? Well, if you want to take maybe a less expensive gamble, a TENS unit, I had a few people ask me in the other videos, a TENS unit that has the vagus nerve attachment, basically it's something that like kind of clips to your ear. That's a far less expensive investment than either the Pulsetto or the AMOFit. And then, you know, there's something to just be said about journaling, meditation, cold showers, exercise, and eating right. Those are the things that will make you feel better, reduce anxiety, get some good sleep. And if you have issues with insomnia, then I mean, maybe like look up good tactics for improving your sleep quality, but such as like a cold mattress topper or stuff like that. But anyway, bottom line, do I think the AMOFit is worth it, and does it do anything? And I'm sorry to say, I don't really think that it does. I don't think that it's worth the price as a result. Mileage may vary. Much like the Pulsetto, you may have somebody that finds this thing to be helpful. And for those that it works for, I don't want to discourage them using it. But for myself and another person testing it, we did not find it to be valuable. And I have a feeling that most people won't. Now, before we wrap this up, I did have an interesting interaction with AMOFit's customer support. Suffice to say, their customer support is actually not bad. I had a small quirk with this, and they were pretty quick to respond and offer good advice, you know, etc. So yeah, overall, like I think that their support is pretty decent. They did say something interesting, which was that supposedly in South Korea, this thing is being used currently by about 10,000 users. And then when they went over to a global market back in 2019, I think it was, when they started shipping this out worldwide, they now have about 8,000 users internationally. I'm assuming that probably means maybe like a US market, maybe Europe. But anyway, point is, you've got about 18,000 people with this device, supposedly. I would love to hear from other people that actually have this thing and if it works for them. But be that as it may, you know, ultimately, again, I'm going to have to give this probably a pass. If I were to chart out my feelings over the last 60 days of using this thing, I would venture to say that it would be a fairly flat line as to what it did to actually improve my mood. So on days that were particularly bad, I'm not sure there was much of a bump, if anything at all, in terms of an improvement in my mood, being like anxiety or stress. And as far as sleep quality is concerned, I found that a cold mattress topper is what helped with that. I'll maybe do another video on that later on, but this and the Pulsetto certainly were not the answer. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful for anybody interested in the AMOFit or looking to buy this kind of wearable stress relieving technology. But anyway, if you have any questions or anything on it, please feel free to reach out to us in the comments section. If you own one, please let us know your experience with it. And then otherwise, we'll be back with another video really soon.